Well, today we're going to continue our video collection by adding a different Browning firearm to it, one we haven't done before. It's going to be the Browning Challenger. And we made a purchase the other day on the internet. We bought a Renaissance Challenger, and it's got some issues. There looks like rust there, a lot of rust down here. On the sight ramp, there's a lot of, looks like rust. Now that may be rust and it may not be, we don't know. It doesn't matter if it is rust and it loses a little engraving, we'll go put it back on, so that doesn't really matter. But we got a pretty good buy on it. We got it complete with a little pouch here and all, $1,500. Now these things retail around $3,500. Here, I got some interesting facts for you. Get that phone. Interesting facts here. I have in my possession this cool, if I can find it, catalog. Here it is. A wholesale catalog from 1962, a pristine, very good condition. 1962, it says, introducing the new 22 automatic pistol. So they came out in 62. We turn over here to page 5, and we see the Challenger, the Nomad, the Challenger, and the Medalist. Now, here's some prices, 1962. Here's a Challenger 6 3/4 inch barrel, wholesale $48. Dealer margin, you can make $16 profit, but retail for $64.95. Now, where's the Challenger gold line? Gold Challenger right here. $131 wholesale, $186.95 retail. Gold Challengers now bring around $5,000. So there's no better investment out there than a Browning firearm. Now, for some reason in this catalog, I don't have a Renaissance in here. No telling what that sold for back in those days, but interesting things there. But there again, we paid $1,500 for, and if we can make it look new again, which we will, it'll bring around $3,500. Beautiful gun. They feel good. They look good. It's one of my favorites. So today we're going to talk about the disassembly, and we're going to get into the actual repair of the metal, and we'll go at it from there. So, getting right to it, the first thing we do, and I've taken the grip screw out, and I took the escutcheons out because they had a little rust on them too, and I wanted to grade them along with it. So I removed those, drove them out carefully, drove them out of the grips, and see, it's got the little spider webs on it. We're going to gray all that. We want everything to look perfect on this. So to take these grips off, they just rotate back and off. Now sometimes they warp on, they come off kind of hard. This one's coming off pretty easy. When you bring them off, you got to be careful. This is a very fragile area right here. If you're not careful, you'll chip that and break it off. I see it all the time. So that is the out of the way. Now the first thing let's do, once you take these grips off, they hold a few pieces in place that can fall out on you and get lost and do bad things. First, let's get the magazine out of the way. I'll tell you what, let's leave it in there, and let's bring back the slide. And what I'm trying to get out of the way here a little bit is this slide hold open latch. It wants to fall out. Now, something I will take out right now before it pops out on me. This is a disconnector spring, it's a V-spring. Get that out of your way. That's only held on by the grips, and if you're not careful, it'll come flying out on you and you'll lose it. I've got more, don't worry about it, but you don't want to lose it. So pull your slide back. Now let's remove the barrel. And we do that by just taking this screw at the front of the frame, and we bring it out. Back off this screw. And we're going to get the barrel out of our way so we can move on and not have to deal with that. So, screws loosened, and it's not going to come out with my magazine in place after all, so I'm going to have to go ahead and kind of drop this slide. Let's get this magazine out of here and out of the way. This magazine is hard plated, so there's no problem with that at all. Once they're hard plated, they don't have any problems. This slide hold open latch is hard plated. They don't go bad. This is plastic. You gotta watch that on some of these blued Medalist and Nomad models. Don't try to blue those. That's plastic. Same thing on your safety. That's plastic. But now, to take the barrel off, I've loosened the screw. Let's pull the slide back and get it out of the way. and then tap it on the front a little bit, and that barrel will just kind of rock up and slide out like so. Now hang on to your slide because it's going to want to shoot out on your spring loader. So here's our barrel off the gun, ready to go. There's a little cam right here that this is the position you need this cam in when you assemble the gun. Just kind of at that angle right there. Now let's take the sight ramp off, removing this screw right here. Sometimes they're Loctited and they come off a little hard. This one's not coming off too bad. So here we removed our sight. Now, there again, here's our barrel all stripped out. I'm going to leave this little cam in there, staked into place, and you got to watch them. If it's loose, take it out and get it out of the way. That one's not really going anywhere, so I don't worry about it. See the top of this sight ramp? It's got something on it that I don't know. I won't really know if this is some rust with pitting or if it's just in the finish. And usually that's what happens on these guns. When you see them and they got that brown little spider web cracking all through it, that's usually just the lacquer that's sprayed over this grade metal. And I'll show you how we grade this metal later. But so oftentimes what you see that you think is rust is just the lacquer that's going bad. So they're not as bad as they seem. So let's remove, I just use some end cutters and pull out my screw. See, it's got a little rubber washer on it that kind of keeps it in place so it doesn't fall out when you break down the gun. And let's go ahead and slide off the slide. Remove that. Here's your action spring and guide. Get those out of the way. Now let's do what we have to do to our slide. Let's remove the extractor. And you remove the extractor, I use a little small screwdriver. I pull back the extractor spring guide. I pull it back, get it out of the way. Then I just rotate the extractor up and out. And usually they come out without too much of a hassle. And sometimes, like this one, it's giving me a little grief, but it'll come out. There it is. Okay, rotate it, hang on. Watch your spring. It'll shoot out on you, shoot out and lose your plunger and your spring. So here's our extractor guide and spring and our extractor. So that's out. Now let's remove the firing pin. Now here's something I kind of consider kind of a bad design on these guns. Here's your roll pin. This firing pin retainer is a roll pin. And on this other side here, they've given you a little tiny hole to put a punch into. Well, what happens more often than not, when you drive a punch down through there, it'll drive down through the roll pin, cause you a lot of grief. So sometimes I've been known to open up this hole just a little bit so I can get a little bigger punch in. But I always try it first. I don't have to do that very often. First thing I do is I kind of cock my punch sideways a little bit and tap, hoping to catch that roll pin. Let's see if I caught it. Oh yeah, it's coming out. This one's cooperating. So get around back here and hang on to get your thumb out here to block that firing pin in case it shoots out on you. And go ahead and tap out that roll pin. Sometimes they come out real easy, and other times not. This one came out pretty easy. All right, there's my roll pin. That's your firing pin retainer. Now, hang on to that firing pin when you pull this out because it's spring loaded. Okay, there it is. Now, this gun is just, I can't say it's dirty, it's just greasy with some kind of a heavy grease all through it, which will stop that thing from working in a minute. It's got I don't know, heavy cosmoline grease all down through it. We're going to get rid of that junk. That's bad stuff. Cause you a lot of heartache. Let's go ahead and tear down our frame. First off, remove your disconnector, your link, we'll call it. Remove the link by, I just take a little small screwdriver and pry it, put it under it, and pry it up and out. Get it out of the way. Sometimes they just fall out because there's really nothing holding it in place except the grip. So let's get that out of the way, gone. Let's take apart, let's take out our trigger. once you get the pin out, retaining pin out of the trigger, just rotate it. Rotate it around, down like that, and it just falls out. All right, trigger's out. Now, let's take out our sear, our hammer, our mainspring guide. First thing you do is capture the mainspring. This hole is for capturing the mainspring and guide. Put a punch in there. Now, this little plate on the side, remove it by just prying it up at this side and popping it right out like so. Now, here's another little fine spring that you want to be careful of. You don't lose. And this is your slide latch, hold open latch spring. Go ahead and take that out, and it's kind of clipped onto the hammer pin, and just push it off like so. Hang on to it so it doesn't shoot out on you and shoot across the shop. That's a common spring to lose. Get it out here. There. Here it comes. All right, hang on to it. All right, there's your slide latch hold open spring. Okay, next thing we're going to do is remove the hammer and the safety. Let's go ahead and drive out the hammer pin. And I'll tell you something else. I'm going to back up a little bit. Let's take out the sear retaining pin. Let's get the sear out of the way. And there's your sear, and it'll just come up by. It's actually on the hammer. Got the hammer cocked, so we go ahead and kind of drop the hammer by pushing it forward. Let's see if we can get the sear out of the way. If it doesn't, it's hanging. Let's don't do that. Let's go ahead and take our safety out, and it just comes out by just kind of rotating out the side here. Safety. There again, this is hard plated. This is plastic. Don't try to glue these. Now see if the hammer will kind of come out. And I'm going to get that sear out of the way, but you know what? I'm not going to get that sear out of the way until I get the pin out of it. So there's our retaining pin on the, there's our sear pin. All right, now the sear comes out. Get rid of that. Now the hammer will just fall out. I say it will just fall out, kind of. Well, there again, makes a big difference. You get the pin all the way out. There, let's try that. All right, pin's out and the hammer falls out. Okay. Now, here's be careful now. You've got a mainspring and a guide that's being held by this spring. So just turn it upside down and pull on it. And bang, out comes your mainspring. Now it's a dual. You've got two springs here for a mainspring, see? The inner and outer mainspring, and there's your guide. Now, let's take off our, remove our magazine retainer by just driving the pin out. And this part too is plastic. Don't try to glue that. It's plastic. I've seen some metal ones, but most of them I see are plastic. So, plastic part there. And don't forget, we have plastic here. And plastic on the slide hold open latch. So, and these break off sometimes. And that's bad because they're a little bit hard to get to find because that's an obsolete gun. So, there's our gun dismantled. Now we have our sear adjustment screw back here. And we'll remove that. And it's, you got to do a few tricks to do that. But we'll get that out. So anyway, there's our frame all broke down, torn down, and ready for us to go bead blast on. Now when I say we bead blast it, we use a number 13 bead. It's real fine, powdery. It's like flour. And we turn the pressure down on the machine to about 30, 35 pounds, 40 pounds. Then we bead blast it. And it'll take off all this old finish. It'll bead blast the rust out of the pitting, if that is pitting. And I believe that is, but we'll know once we bead blast it. Once you bead blast off metal, here's an 85 I just did some bead blast work on. And there was rust all over. Look how deep the pits go in that thing. That's going to be a chore getting those out. Once you beat them, the bead blaster, and clean the rust out of them, you can really see what you're up against. That thing is a turd. Okay, So we're going to step back to the sandblaster or B-blast cabinet, and we're going to blast this thing and see what we've got to work with here.